measurements and significant figure rules. And all this is going to apply to basic measurements. So I'm going to start over here where I have this ruler that goes from 22 to 23 centimeters. And to record a value for the 22-23 centimeters, we have to estimate one decimal point or one place beyond what the device can actually measure. Since it only measures in the ones, we're going to estimate to the tenths. So we're going to estimate the 22 point, I'm just going to call it X. So then we draw the line straight down to the end, and it looks like, and people, this is where the differences are going to be. Some people may call it 22.4 centimeters. Another person may call it 22.3 centimeters. So it's only as accurate as the device's decimal points to go to. So in the second ruler, where it's 22 to 23, it has the tenths in there, so we can estimate it to the 100ths. And that's going to increase the accuracy of our measurements and our calculations. So then we can take it down. And then I can see right now by my measurements, I would call it something like 22.33 centimeters. Someone else may call it a little bit different. So as far as accuracy is concerned, the more measurements or placeholders your device uses, the more accurate it's going to be. On a graduated cylinder, the same way. Here you have your eye, you're looking at the bottom of the meniscus, and you're holding it level. So on this side, it's going to be, it's only in milliliters, so it's going to be someplace between 18 and 19 milliliters. So it's going to be 18x because it only goes to the ones. And by looking, I would probably call it 18.3 milliliters for this side. Where this side actually goes to the tenths, so you're going to estimate it to the 100ths. And so it may be 18.35 milliliters. So the more decimal points that you can estimate it to, the more accurate it's going to be, and this increases the number of significant figures. There are 4 basic rules for significant figures. All non-zero numbers are significant. So we go back over here. The 22.4 has 3 significant figures, so it's decent accuracy. The 22.33 has 4 significant figures. Its precision has improved. Same with the 18.3 milliliters, it's to 3 sig figs. The 18.35 is to 4 sig figs. Let's see, rule number 2, zeros between non-zero numbers are significant. So in other words, if I have 103 grams, the zeros between 2 non-zero numbers, so there's 3 significant figures. Rule number 3, leading zeros are not significant. They are just placeholders. So when I have 0.0012 milliliters, these zeros are the leading zeros. They are not significant, so there's only 2 significant figures. Last rule, trailing zeros are not significant unless a decimal point is present. So example, if we have 100, no decimal point, grams, there's only one significant figure. If I have 100 with a decimal point, now it is measured to 3 significant figures. Let me erase my diagrams over here, my pictures, and let's determine the number of significant figures items have. So if I have 1006, there is 4 sig figs. Because the zeros are found between non-zero numbers. If I have 0.000160, leading zeros are not significant, so these are not significant. Trailing zeros are not significant unless a decimal point is present. So there is a decimal point, so there is 3 sig figs. Another way to write this to demonstrate 3 sig figs is 1.60 times 10 to the negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. That represents 3 sig figs. So that applied both rules 3 and 4. So if we have 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3 million, no decimal point, there is only 1 sig fig. So if we have 1.99 times 10 to the 8th, as an example, there's a decimal point, there is 3 sig figs. Let's do one more. 100,600. Zeros between non-zeros are significant, so those numbers are all significant. These two numbers, 0 zeros, are placeholders. They're not significant, so because there's no decimal point, they're trailing. There is 4 significant figures. We will move to the next video, which will show you how to multiply, add and subtract, multiply and divide using significant figures. Till then, see you in the next video.